Well, you have been doing maps with QGIS or ArcGIS and some other open source or closed source softwares that you can use. But the beauty of the Tableau is that you can create some visual analytics by using your data set. And the butterfly charts are one of these tools, and I am really a fan of them, and I find it really easier to follow the distributions of the things. And for example, once you have a good data about the age between, let's say, newborns, teenagers, or young adults, or old people, and how the cases are distributed among males and females, you can just create these sort of charts in order to understand how they are diverging from one another. And since as I mentioned, I don't have a good data set for this exercise, I will continue to with the female versus male data. And now we're going to create a butterfly chart as the last step for data visualization. So let's go ahead and create a new sheet named butterfly chart. To begin with, again, we are going to select the country names and put them inside the row. And drag the total cases for female and males as the column. As you can see, we already have a bar chart visualization, which is suggested from Tableau, considering our data set. And now we can create a new field called zero axis and give it as a 0 value. And let's put the 0 axis in between. So we have the 0 axis, we have the female cases, and we have the male cases. And I would like to select the country names as a 0 axis label. So I'm going to select the 0 axis and country names as the label. So I will have the country names will be my labels. So as you can see, I have lots of empty data, and as I mentioned, this is due to my data set. I don't have information for each and every country, and I don't want to present a chart like this type, and therefore I would like to remove the sex disaggregated data, and I will apply another filter to remove that. And I'll select this attribute and I'll say yes and partial. Apply. As you can see, immediately it just remove the other countries which are doesn't provide the cases for female and male separately. Now I can hide this header because I'm just going to use this, and axis will be set to chart, and I can just rename this, but before that I can do the reverse. Just do the thing and you will see. So it was like this, and I'm reversing it, and I will change the name as percent of female. I will leave the tick marks as it is, but maybe I can remove So I think that's better. Or let's just, by the way, by pressing Ctrl Z, you can just bring anything back on Tableau. Let's say person name. Okay. And I'm trying to follow how I need my case, the final case. Yeah, I put my own names and okay. And so we can clean up to work with lines by column lines. We'll leave this as it is. And entire, okay. This. And another thing that you can do is to go back to the Alt tab and switch to tooltip. And as you can see, you have the country, 0-axis, cases for female. And I won't need anything related to 0-axis. And I don't need to specify as the country and say as female and male, and we can center this. And the beauty of this, you can preview how it will appear. It seems that I have an issue here, which is always, let's remove this. Okay, now it's better. So as you can see, if I hover around, now it seems nicer. And now this is available for all of them. And let's see what we can do next in order to make a better map. So I don't want an empty space like this in between my graphs. So what I can do is to remove that. And this is possible to making the 0-axis as dual. So first let's check 0-axis and make it a dual axis. And then let's go back and as you can see, switch back to automatic cells, just like this bar. And I will go back and select this as bar. And now I will synchronize the dual axis. So as you can see, the 0-axis turned to point in automatic. So I'm switching back to text, and then I'm synchronizing the axis, and it again appeared. So I am removing the title and the tick marks. No. remove it. But again, we have a gap between things, so I don't want it to appear like this. So I want it to be fixed, and starting from 0, fixed end. Let's see. Okay, now I have a better representation. And so what I do more is to have another the missing parts of the country names. So I'm just going to copy the 0 axis again and have it here for the repeat everything for the male part of the chart too. So this is again going to be dual axis, and it's going to be switch back to text, and I don't want to have the headers, and as you can see I have the country names here, but I don't have the country names here, so that's the reason I am seeing it as ABC here. And let's, oops. Okay, I want to, let's see. Okay. And this axis is going to, okay, whoops. Oh, okay, it went way back. No worries, I'm just trying to find the chart, edit the axis, and it's going to start from 0 and fit automatically. Let's go back. Okay, and I have the country names first of all. Here. Okay, not here. Yep. As the label. Great. And this is going to be text. Great. Okay. The axis. Well, this is weird. Just check this again automatically. Probably yes, I'm not selecting the 0 axis. So okay, the problem is I think I didn't synchronize it again. Okay. The axis. Fix. Okay. So what we're supposed to do is to just dual axis and synchronize it, and let me just remove the tick marks too from the upper, and don't show headers. Okay, but in a final representation in our butterfly chart, you might like the colors or not, and what I use for my final representation, let me just let this, but on this, let me just bring it back. Okay, switch to my dashboard. I use Pantone Studio to pick some colors, which also goes nice with the coral plant map that I selected. And let's go back. And how you can change the colors is so straightforward as we did. So we go to the sum of cases and hit edit colors, and you can select any color that you would like to. Usually you can go for color blind option and select one for female, one for male, and you can also change the zero-axis colors, text colors. Let's make it white. Okay. And this is white too. Okay. Since they're text, I think you can make it bold. And let's make the other half as bold too. Okay, let's go back and see how we can form our dashboard. Final. I have my current map, and now I would like to put my butterfly chart next to it. So I'm using the horizontal objects, and I'm including a dashboard title, and I'm taking my butterfly chart here, and let's change the dimensions of my space. Okay, so let's play around this. As you can see now, I have my filter too, and I can make this flow thing and then grab it here for the timing. I don't need to have the legend because it's always this is for female and this is for male. And let's see what we what I have an extra in the final. Okay, yeah, let me just talk about the other elements. By the way, each and every time that you fixed this one, don't forget to fit the entire wheel. So that one, and I don't need the title one, and even from here, I can, yeah, I don't need. I can also make this flow thing and make this filter here and rename it. I can country filter, I can name it. And okay, so as we hover around, we fix the tooltips so far. Let's make this simpler. So, this can stay like this. Nice. And let's this around here, and you can rename your title as sex desegregated data recorded for COVID-19 cases, and this could be, you know, to line header like this. We can apply, and we can just move this here. You can add an image to your title if you like, and so let's see what we can do. By double clicking on the image, you can choose any image that you like, and you can even define the URL. And let's see how it will appear. And I would just like to fit the image. Okay. So this can also be floating, so that I can reshape my image and put it next to my title and move it up maybe, and here, and center the image. Okay. You can include some text by double clicking as data source, which I use data.unwomen.org. And let's make it floating like this. One final touch might be including here like a tooltip, and I will show you how you can create in the upcoming video.